'Twas an independence
Yes.
pop. Psst.
A highly independence pop, but excuse my slurp because my pop actually foamed up a little bit.
That's a lively fella you've got
That
there.
is a lively fellow, which we will get to here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But, hey, we're back from the beach.
We are back from the beach.
Yes.
We're tan, rested, and ready.
Tan, rested, and ready.
Yeah.
Salt, wind blown, and everything.
Yep.
Well, yes, lost a layer of
And
skin.
we're right here before our big Independence Day.
Yep, back here in time for the 4th of July.
Yep.
Yeah, and getting ready to celebrate the 4th of July. 250 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
But not compared to Europe.
No, not compared to
Egypt.
Europe. Or Egypt. Oh, yeah, I mean, like, we're not going back 5,000, 9,000 years. Do you know the
10,000.
Sphinx is 9,000 years old?
I thought they didn't even know how old it was.
I had seen some things a couple of years ago. They've tried to do some carbon dating and all that other stuff that I don't really understand fully. But yeah, the Sphinx was about 9,000 years old, and the pyramids are only like 5,000. So now they're even like who even built this thing? Yeah. But we're digressing.
Well, I heard they can't figure out how old it is because if they get too close of it, it just Sphinx so bad.
It Sphinx so bad. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was awful. Let's get into it, because today we're not talking about the Sphinx, we're not talking about Egypt, we're not talking about pyramids. We are talking about the founding fathers of the United States of America and how they were involved in beer.
That's right. And they were heavily involved.
Yes, this is our way of celebrating Independence Day in 250 years since the Revolution.
Independent drinking.
Independent drinking.
Independent day drinking.
Exactly. Yes, it's the right to drink whenever you can.
Yes.
Yes.
America.
Yes. So we'll get to a lot of that, but the beers we're gonna sample today, you picked these up actually, about a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah, a couple months ago.
When we were down, we took a day trip down to Mount Vernon.
Right, Washington's home in Virginia.
Yeah, Washington's home along the Potomac in Virginia,
Right.
just down, I guess it's still in Alexandria.
It is.
Southern end of Alexandria?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Washington's home there along the Potomac River, and
Right.
you picked up these beers, 3 beers that we're going to try today, and they are all, you picked them up there in the gift shop.
Along with something else that I picked up in the gift shop.
Yes, the banana.
Something I regret terribly.
I have it close at hand. I could run and get it.
No, let's leave the banana out of these very serious 4th of July.
Yes. We'll save the banana for another time. But yeah, but these beers are brewed by Dynasty Brewing.
Right.
That's out here in Leesburg, Virginia. Founded in 2017.
Yeah.
A little bit after the Revolution.
Yeah, it's a nice little place, Dynasty. It's right there. It's right near just off the downtown King Street, just off like a half a block down from there. And it's a cool little cozy place, and it's got some, I'm telling you, they have got some very good beers.
They do.
But they have a certain philosophy about why it's called Dynasty.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But here, let's taste this first beer, and then we can talk about where they got their name.
All right, then.
So this first beer we're tasting is their Rules of Civility number 2, a wheat ale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, taste that. And the information on it says a wheat ale. On the can it says a spiced wheat ale.
I don't get a lot of spice in this.
I don't get a lot of spice in this either.
I think it's delicious, though. First off, it's very refreshing. It's hot today. It's like 90.
Yeah, it's
humid.
a hot day.
It's got a little haze to it. It's a darker straw with a little bit of haze.
Almost golden.
Almost golden, and a really nice head, and a very effervescent. Lots of bubbles here because it's a wheat beer, but it is really. I'm not a big wheat beer guy. Every now and then they're fine.
Yeah.
This is delicious. This is a very different wheat beer.
Yeah, and I think you've heard me say before, and I've said it on here before. I tend to like more the German wheat beers than most of the American wheat beers that I've had. But
they get like more clovey. Get the yeast in there heavily.
Yeah.
This is not that.
This is not that.
This is refreshing, and I do like the German ones too. Don't get me wrong, but this is not what I was expecting. Especially that it said spiced. I don't get much spice at all.
Oh yeah, no. This is not. I do not get a lot of spice. But what do you get? What kind of taste do you get there? By the way, it's a 5.5 ABV.
Okay.
So it's pretty. It's pretty light beer. Good summer drinking beer.
It's light on the hops.
Yeah. I couldn't get any IBU information
It's
on it,
crisp.
so I don't know.
Flavor-wise, let me test that again. Hang on.
There's a definite flavor there.
What is that?
Give you a hint. Think citrus.
Yeah, I was thinking some kind of citrus. It's not. It's not grapefruit though. Like lemon.
No, it's lemon.
Lemon. Yeah. Okay. Lemon.
People describe it.
I climbed the mountain.
Yeah. If you look at the notes on this, people describe it as lemony, refreshing, which you said.
Yeah.
People also say spicy, but I don't get the spice.
I don't get that at all.
Even though they label it spicy, I don't get spicy. I get lemony.
Lemony, definitely, which makes it refreshing on a hot day like today.
Yeah, very refreshing.
Yeah.
How would you rate that? Where would you rate that on a scale of 1 to 5?
Jeez, I like it a lot. I'd give it a 3.6.
3.6?
I think it's I like the context of today, the heat.
Yes.
Oh,
and today this would be we did get back from the beach here not too long ago, and this would be a great beach beer.
It sure as hell would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this would be enjoyable.
Yeah. So you say 3.6.
I give it a 3.6. Why not?
Okay. Untapped, 354 reviews, 3.67 average. So you are
I'm celebrating myself.
You are right there with the
on
crowd.
Look at me.
But yeah,
it's like I know something.
It's like you drink and you know things.
Yeah.
So here,
Peter
let me top you off right up to the top there, so we can finish this one off.
That's nice.
But
that's nice.
This Dynasty Brewing. Let's get back to Dynasty Brewing. Dynasty Brewing is a microbrewery.
Yeah.
They are small.
They're very small.
Small batch stuff.
Yeah.
But
they were a little larger. They just closed one of their
locations. Yeah.
I think the one in Leesburg is cooler though.
Well, the one in Leesburg is a better atmosphere, and it's in town and stuff.
Yeah.
Where the other location, our other location over here in Ashburn was it's more industrial.
Yeah, it was out in the industrial park area of Ashburn there.
Not the best bad.
It was not bad.
I'll drink in an industrial park. I'll drink downtown. I'll drink out in the country. I'll drink beer wherever you want me to drink
We've
beer.
hung out there before it was closed and had a good time.
We've drank beer in some really crappy places, so
Well,
but this is definitely
a
step up. But the name Dynasty Brewing is actually a historical reference to the Virginia dynasty. It's a period. This is the educational portion of our program, so pay attention.
You'll be tested at the end, people.
The Virginia dynasty from 1789.
Hey, stop poking that girl in front of you. Going back.
Pay attention. Wake up. I've said in high school flashback. 1789 to 1825 was that period in American history, and it was when it refers to when 4 of the first 5 presidents were from Virginia. That's the Virginia dynasty.
Right.
So there will be a quiz. I got a quiz for you.
Yeah.
Who were the first 4 presidents from Virginia?
Okay, I did not look this up.
Okay.
I think I know this.
Okay, I got it written down.
Okay. So, George Washington.
Yes.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yes.
Madison.
Which Madison?
Oh, crappers. There's 2.
Ashley Madison? No.
Dolly.
No. Dolly Madison. Actually, Dolly was his wife.
Dolly was his wife, I know.
Dolly Madison was his wife. What was his name?
Dolly's husband?
Mr. Madison? President Madison to you?
Yes. James Madison.
Jimmy Madison.
And James Monroe.
Those
are the 4 Virginia ones. Because I've been to each one of their places.
Well, they all had you over?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We hung out.
You were hanging?
We had beer.
Okay. Had some beers?
No, I visited the historic sites of all of those.
Okay. Who was the one that kind of broke the streak in there, that was in there? He came after Washington before Jefferson.
And I didn't look this up.
Okay, who was it?
John Adams. From Boston.
Absolutely.
Boston.
Very good. John,
those are your first 5 right there.
Those are the first 5.
Hey, I watch 1776 when it comes on, because I love that damn movie.
Actually,
the turkey.
Actually, as you know, Linda and I just went down to Ford's Theater.
That's right.
And saw live the play 1776. It was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I wish I'd have known.
And that was the first time I was ever to Ford's Theater. It's impressive. You see the president's box where Lincoln was shot and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 1776. It was a really good show.
It's a great musical. It's really fun.
It is.
Yeah.
So it goes Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe. There you go. Hey, you passed the quiz.
I did, and I swear to God, I did not look it up. I read the outline, and I'm like, okay, I got this.
You read the outline for today.
I did.
You read the syllabus.
I did.
You were ready.
Syllabus, but I didn't cheat.
You read the syllabus.
Hey, look, what do I get?
All right.
We're celebrating me again.
Oh, good for you. But there's more to talk about here in terms of history.
Right.
So, like I said, this is it's Rules of Civility #2.
Yeah.
This is Dynasty has a series of beers, these Rules of Civility, and I guess they're brewed for out here at Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon, yeah. They're contract brewed for the Mount Vernon gift shop.
For the Mount Vernon gift shop. But do you know where that comes from?
Yeah, it was Washington had these rules of etiquette, I think, that he learned as a young person, right?
Yep.
And he used these throughout his career.
Yeah,
basically.
It's a reference to George Washington's Rules of Civility and Decent Behavior in Company and Conversation.
Right.
And just a little bit more geeking out on this here.
More people around these days need to read this.
The first president wrote this down.
Yeah.
He should have just left it in the White House and passed it on. It should be required reading.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's a collection of 110 etiquette rules copied by young George Washington from a French Jesuit text that served as his own personal guide for social conduct, manners, and moral character throughout his life.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess the French text was first written in the 16th century and published in English in 1640.
Yeah.
But then Washington created his own handwritten version to carry around. And like we said, he probably should have just left that sitting behind.
Well, and we'll get into this later with when we get to one of the other guys who we'll talk about today. But the French were the big cultural kind of gurus of the time, and the French supported us
in the Civil War,
not the Revolutionary War.
Yeah,
and they were our buddies, and they had a lot of the stuff that a lot of these rules of etiquette and things like that were being created by the French.
Yeah,
a very civilized bunch.
Yeah, Lafayette, General Lafayette.
Right. And the funny thing is too that historically the British have hated the French historically because they've fought them a lot over territory.
Well, that's why when it came down to it, the colonists called up the French and said, "Hey, you don't like these guys, right?
Yeah, we don't either.
Help us out here."
Yeah. And they were happy to.
We're going to toss them out and help us out.
Yeah.
But here, I'm going to read from the can now. This is Rules of Civility #2. And here is Rule of Civility #2. When in company, put not your hands on any part of the body not usually discovered.
Whoa. No pocket pool there.
Yeah, don't be playing with yourself.
Don't pick your ass.
Yeah, you're out there in public. Don't be touching yourself or anybody else.
Well, that's sort of a double-edged thing. Like, what if you discovered it yourself? I mean, everything's discoverable.
Well,
woo!
I'm just telling you what I'm reading.
I like it though.
I'll leave it up to you to interpret.
We got a flyover.
Oh, yes, we do have a fly. It is that time of day. Yes, because we are back from the beach. We are back here out on the deck.
Yeah, we're on Lee's podcasting deck.
Podcasting emporium.
Yes.
An opium den.
So interesting. Let's talk a little bit about Mount Vernon. So I visited there several times. I was there on a field trip with my daughter when she was little as a chaperone. And it's a fascinating place to go. If you do come visit this area, please go see Mount Vernon. George Washington was a fascinating person. He thought of himself not as a military leader, a general. When he introduced himself, he said, "I am George Washington, farmer." Yeah. He identified himself as a farmer, and that Mount Vernon has some incredibly innovative farming sort of techniques that he invented, or that I think he did invent some of them. The grist mill that he did was cool, and he also had his own distillery.
Yeah,
it's still operating now. You can go visit the distillery, and you can buy booze, but if you want to buy it right away when it first comes out, get in line.
Oh yeah,
it comes out like at 6 a.m, and you got to be there at like 5.
And that was actually later in life after he was general, president. He went back to the farm and started running, and it was a commercial operation, his distillery.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew what he was doing. It was pretty cool. I had no idea about George Washington. You just hear about the general and the wooden teeth and just bullshit.
Across the Delaware, stuff, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. But you get down there and see how he lived and what kind of a person he was. It's fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
He did have enslaved people as well.
He did.
There, and which to me is such a hypocrisy of the whole Constitution. with these, and it was.
Yeah.
I know it was. We watched 1776. They argue over this.
They argue over it when they were writing the Declaration of Independence.
Done, and deal with this later.
Yeah, we'll get this done,
but
then we'll take on the next.
But yeah, problem. But it is one of those things. You're like, come on, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll do a I forgot what those things were called. Moments in history that when we were kids used to be on Saturday morning cartoons.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock, yeah.
The
Schoolhouse Rock moment. I mean, the point is, they get one thing done and they get one thing right. All right, now we'll work on getting the next thing right. Now we'll work on getting the next thing right.
Yeah, another 100 years until that blew up, almost destroyed us.
And then keep trying to get things better. And that's been been the history of 250 years. Keep trying to get things better.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep on that track.
Oh dear God.
So, this getting back to George Washington. Yeah. Even as a young man, he was trained as a surveyor.
That's right.
And laid out a big part of the city of Alexandria.
Yeah, which we were just at.
Yeah,
yesterday.
South Washington. Yeah, we were just down there yesterday.
Yeah.
But so let's get into talking about some of the how some of these founding fathers, how they were involved with beer and brewing and all that.
Yeah.
But let's start with let's break down a myth. Sam Adams was also one of the founding fathers, right? He was actually John Adams' cousin.
Okay.
From Boston.
Was he a president?
I don't think Sam. Sam Adams was never a president.
John was.
Yeah, but he was part of.
And then there was John Quincy Adams too.
Yes, and I think he was a president.
Yeah.
But Sam Adams was part of the Continental Congress, and he signed the Declaration of Independence along with John Adams.
Cool.
But Sam Adams, of course, the big beer out of Boston, Sam Adams. It's all based on the fact that he was a patriot and a brewer, right?
Yeah, patriot brewer. It says right on it.
But
brewer patriot, something like that. Yeah.
From what I was able to find, Sam Adams, who was often described as a brewer, was not really a brewer.
What was he?
He was a maltster.
What is that?
His family business, like his father and stuff, they had what was called a malt house, where they would make malt, like they would malt grains, and then they were a supplier to brewers.
Okay.
So brewers would come to them. And
brewer adjacent.
It's brewer adjacent, yeah.
Okay.
But he himself, there's no evidence, I guess, that he himself was a brewer. He was a maltster. So
the whole Sam Adams beer thing is founded on a mountain of lies.
It's all lies.
It's on a throne of lies.
He was a big political guy. He started out as a businessman. Apparently, he wasn't a very good businessman. Went out, struck out. Well, he went and got a job. I guess he got fired from the job because the person said he's not going to make a very good merchant because he's too
malty.
Too interested in politics, and he spends all his time on that and not enough time on the business.
I see.
And then he got a loan and tried to start his own business, and he blew that. And then his family took him back into the malting business, and that's how he got associated with brewing.
It's like that prodigal son there.
Yes, exactly. But we'll talk about some of the founding fathers that were really into brewing. But before we do that, it's time for another beer because we're empty.
The pace of this, Lee.
Yes. So. Yeah, especially on a hot afternoon.
Yeah.
So this is another one of the Dynasty Rules of Civility series.
Yeah.
We're now into Rules of Civility number 73. All right.
73.
73. Wow. Rule number 73. Remember, there's 110 of these.
We skipped a lot.
We skipped around a lot. So I'm going to pour this one for you, and while I'm pouring it, this one is described as an English bitter style beer.
Yeah, this is my kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love this stuff.
Yeah, English style bitter, I should say, is the way it's actually on the what it says on the can.
Wow. That's got some.
What do you think of that?
Got an aroma.
Got an aroma? I mean, this one is a little bit more towards the golden side than the wheat beer we tried, obviously.
Too, but it's definitely more towards the gold, darker, a little darker there.
Yeah.
Cloudy and darker.
Yeah, this one you can't really see through.
It's got a fruity smell.
Can't really see
That's
through this one.
That's odd for a bitter, I think. It's pretty malty.
Yeah, I'm getting in the aroma. I'm getting a little bit of yeast too.
Yeah, yeasty, malty.
A little fruity up front with a little malty in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Good. Yeah.
I got a lot of flavor there.
Yeah.
It's almost a little molasses there going on. You get that? Almost a little, kind of a molasses kind of flavor.
It's definitely sweet up front.
Yeah.
And then it's bitter on the back end. I mean, it's
but
really
not
bitter.
real
It's
super
really
hot.
bitter on the tongue at the back end.
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't get as much of that.
Yeah, just take a sip of that. Swallow it. What do you taste?
Swallow it!
Swallow it.
Swallow it! Drink it!
Drink it. Drink it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely there. To me, it's. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. Bitters. I've had other bitters, and I've had their bitters at their place. They don't taste like this. Mm-hmm. This is a different kind of bitter recipe that they're using.
Yeah. Well, this one, this is it's not unlike a British bitter. It's a 4.5% ABV, so low on the ABV.
Right.
Again, couldn't get any IBU information on this one, but it is pretty bitter. But this is a pale malt, and they hop it with Golding's hops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goldings.
So you said bitter, you said malty, right?
Yeah, it's malty.
What else you get there?
I said molasses again. I get a little molasses.
A little bit of molasses?
Flavor, yeah.
Okay.
Hint, just a hint.
A hint.
Like a hint of it.
Okay.
And there's yeast.
Yeah. Well, people would describe it as grainy.
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 I don't know about that.
Yeah. Maybe a little.
Yeah, maybe a little.
To me, grainy goes along with malty a lot of
Yeah,
times.
kind of.
So, but where would you put that? Where would you rate that? Scale of 1 to 5.
I would give it a 3.2.
3.2.
Yeah,
Okay, a little bit lower on that one.
crazy about it. I'm a little less enthusiastic about this. There's something sticky about it. I don't know, that's a weird word to say.
Sticky?
It's cloying.
Cloying?
Cloying, yeah. It's.
Now you're starting.
I don't like that bouquet.
Now you're starting to use words that you're going to send people have to run to get their dictionary to figure out what you're talking about.
It's cloying at my mouth.
It's cloying.
It's got a hole in my tongue.
Okay.
No, I don't like. It's not as balanced as I would like, and it's not as far as bitters go. You know, we've had bitters in London, and they don't kind of taste like this, and I'm not a big fan. It's not bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still, you're giving it a 3.2.
Give it a 3.2. It's not. It's a decent beer, but I don't know.
Okay.
It rubs me the wrong way a little bit, especially on that nose.
Okay.
I don't like that nose. That's a weird fruity nose.
Okay. Well, I mean, I go a little bit higher than that. I'm like, I like it, but then again, I'm bitter.
Well, it's not the bitterness that bothers me.
It's you just don't like them
I'd like it drier, I think.
drier.
Yeah, I'd like it drier.
Okay.
A little sweetness to it.
It does have a little sweetness up front. Yeah.
Don't like it.
Well, 463 people have reviewed it on Untapped. They give it a 3.77 average. Yeah, people seem to like it a little bit higher, more than you do.
Idiot.
I lose 1 for 1.
1 for 1. Well, you're 1 and 1. Well, I mean, it's not a competition. It's just like, where do you fall amongst the crowd? Mm-hmm. But I'm going to read the can again because, again, this is part of their Dynasty's Rules of Civility series. Rules of Civility number 73. Think before you speak. Pronounce not imperfectly, nor bring out your words too hastily, but orderly and distinctly.
That's good.
Yes, that is
So
good.
think before you talk.
In other words, think before you speak.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, with this diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain kind of thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. I like these rules of civility.
Well, yeah, Washington was, like we said, he was an intelligent guy, right? Yeah. And you know, let's while we drink this, we can get into a little bit more about Washington and his brewing because I mean, back in 1776, in that era, beer was big.
Yeah.
What they called small beer or low alcohol beer was a household staple because often the water was unsafe.
Right. Same with what we talked about the Pilgrims.
Yeah, when we talked about that down at the beach.
We did, yeah. The Pilgrims had the beer was a big deal because they had to keep it on the ships because the water wasn't potable most of the time, and the beer was a way to keep the water potable because the alcohol in it killed anything in it. So it's the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was, even as the colonies developed and started to break away from the British Crown, we were still in a position where the water was not safe to drink.
Yeah.
So most households drank these low alcohol beers, and beer at the time was also central to political organizing. because where would they meet?
Oh, the tavern. That's right.
Yeah, they would
That's
have
the big deal.
Yeah, they would get themselves rallied around the tavern and sit around and have a couple beers and
start a revolution.
You say you want a revolution.
Yeah.
Well, But beer was big in terms of both just day-to-day life and the growing political movement in the country at the time.
Okay.
Social and political movements. And the
power
founding,
to the beer.
Yeah, power to the beer. Power to the people. Power to the beer.
Yeah.
We the people, in order to have a more perfect beer.
Yeah.
But but many of the founding fathers, they were brewers themselves. George Washington was an active home brewer.
Yeah.
Even at a young age. And he particularly enjoyed porter, according to all the writings. Yes. Yes.
Speaking of porter, we have to mention this. We were at the Birchmere.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Pete Yorn.
Yeah.
And they have...
That was a couple days ago.
They had porter there. Man, it was several pitchers.
And they were selling it by the pitcher.
Oh, my God, was it good.
It was... Yeah,
it was delicious.
It was delicious. It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, the
it was low ABV too.
It was low ABV. Pitchers kept flowing. It was good.
And Pete Yorn was great, by the way. Get a chance to see this guy at this particular tour this year. Go.
Oh yeah,
I recommend it highly. It was really cool.
Oh yeah, no, it was excellent. But yeah, Washington, even he was the head of the Virginia militia.
Yep.
And in 1757, when he was the head of the militia, he wrote down his personal recipe for small beer, utilizing bran, hops, and molasses to provide troops with a low-alcohol, safe alternative to water.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Put the guns in their hands and give them a beer. Off you go.
That's why they did low-alcohol beer. Well, that's better than hey, we're going to have to go fight, and half of you are sick.
Yeah, right.
Have you have dysentery or
that's
whatever?
True. Yeah. No shit. That's
get your rifle and come on. I can't. I'm throwing up.
And look, they had flintlocks back then. It's not like automatic weapons where they could actually get drunk and go take somebody and cut somebody in half. It's like, okay, gotta reload.
It's gonna take me 20 minutes to reload.
Yeah, might as well have a beer.
Well, I'm waiting. I got plenty of time for a beer because those guys are reloading.
They ain't shooting back. They just shot.
We got time. Have another beer. Mm-hmm. But and like we said, then later in life, after he did all the stuff he's famous for, went back to Mount Vernon, back to being a farmer, and basically opened up his commercial distillery.
And I want to mention that again too. When I was there, we talking with the folks who run that distillery. They do it all as if it was Washington's time. They don't use any modern conveniences to distill. They don't use like electricity or any of that stuff. They
running water.
Well, there is water there,
right?
And there's turns a wheel.
Yeah,
but they don't have any electricity or stuff like that. They use all wood-fired stuff, and it's all as if it was Washington's time.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
That's actually pretty cool.
It really is. It's amazing. There was one little modern convenience they had to use for health purposes, and I forget what it was, but it was very minor. It was just something that...
They had to wash their hands with soap?
There was something. I forget what it was. It was something minor in the process. The only exception to the rule was this thing.
Yeah.
To make sure that, everything was health code
sanitary.
Savvy,
Well,
sanitary.
Yeah, and I think...
But it's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah. No, I mean, again, you said it, but anybody, if you're in the Virginia area, Alexandria, Virginia, DC, outside D.C., and you can do a trip to Mount Vernon, definitely worth the tour.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, anytime, I love it. I would go again. There's so much to learn there.
Really cool. Yeah, absolutely. And then Thomas Jefferson, he was an avid homebrewer and a maltster.
Oh, he was a maltster too?
Yeah, I guess.
That sounds like something Boris Karloff would say when he's talking about Frank. He's like, it's a maltster. The maltster.
Maltster mash.
The maltster mash.
Actually, that kind of fits.
Maltster mash.
That's kind of fits because you got to make a mash. To make
yes,
malt.
dearie.
Yeah.
Here's the maltster.
Save that for a different episode.
That's Halloween.
Yeah, save that one for October. But this is 4th of July. Save that one for Halloween.
Yes, sir.
But no, I don't know. Maybe he got into malts. malting.
Well, he had the big property there with he grew a ton of stuff on Monticello, which I've been there too. I'm sure you have as well.
I have not. I have never been there.
Oh, Monticello's
I have
great.
I keep hearing it's great, and I've wanted to go there, but I've never made it to Monticello. But yeah, Monticello is also in Virginia.
Yeah, and then talk about inventions.
That's his
too.
property.
Yeah, his property in Virginia. There are inventions there that are cooler than cool. He had like a cannonball powered clock.
A cannonball powered clock?
The balls would...
That kind of sounds dangerous.
It's cool. And he had all kinds of cool things. There's just a lot of cool inventions going on. He had a writing thing where it was like he could write and it would write at the same time as him. It was like connected to his hand.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it was like a duplication thing where he could be doing things in duplicate, writing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. There's just a lot of crazy cool stuff there.
Oh yeah, no, Jefferson was a smart guy.
Yeah, and he had a lot of gardens. And he was a big agriculturalist, so he grew a lot of his own food, and you can actually buy a lot of the heirloom seeds from Jefferson's time. They still grow there, so you can get the seeds and grow. I grew some like different lettuces and things that he grew back in the day. The heirloom seeds. It's very cool. Again, another cool thing to do. A little further down though. That's a ways away from DC. You gotta.
Yeah, that's
take a trip. That's Charlottesville.
Charlottesville, yeah, it's a couple hours from here.
Yeah, about 2.5.
Yeah, no, I've never been there. I'd like to go there.
Well, next time we go, we'll go.
We'll go down. Okay, go down to Monticello. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he was so into the home brewing that he, in 1814, and this was kind of a little bit later after the Revolution and all that, he built a dedicated brew house on his property there at Monticello, where he could, make his own beers.
Yeah,
and apparently, he was big into experimenting with a lot of European ingredients that he'd have brought over and create new recipes, and then he'd, share the recipes with his neighbors so they could make their own.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so cool. So, yeah.
And he also founded what school?
William and Mary. No, he went to William and Mary. He founded...
University of...
Virginia.
Yes.
That's right, yes.
Which you can kind of see from Monticello. You can kind of see it. If you look the one direction.
Well, I've been at UVA.
Yeah, he was a founder of UVA. That was his. He did go to William and Mary.
Yes, he attended William.
Which is another cool place to visit, man.
That's
Williamsburg.
Yeah, but take your own pizza.
Yeah, come on. We're going to break that myth. That's not going to last.
Someday we'll have to do a whole episode on pizza in the William and Mary University vicinity. But then you get to Ben Franklin. And, Ben was a colorful guy.
Ben, yeah.
And,
the Philly guy.
Yeah, he was from Philly. And, he was all kinds of things. He was an inventor. He was a diplomat. He was,
wacky.
He was wacky. He was a philosopher.
Yeah.
He created the U.S. postal system.
That's right.
Yeah, he did all kinds of things.
And electricity with the kite and the key.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talk about him being from the future or something weird like that.
Ben Franklin?
Yeah, I've heard weird conspiracy theories about Ben Franklin being from the future or something. I'm like, no.
No, I don't think so. I think he was just a smart guy.
Yeah, I think he was.
But yeah, he was a smart guy, but he was also a bit of a partier.
And he was big with the French culture too. He was ambassador to France.
Yes.
Yeah, so he was really into the French.
Yeah. Now, Franklin was better known for distilling, and he had a preference overall for wine, from what I was able to read. But he was a strong proponent of brewing.
I think he liked his alcohol.
Yeah, I think it was just basically, there's distilling, but then there's wine, and don't forget the beer. And
then there's beer.
And then there's beer.
I think we'd have liked hanging out with this guy.
Yeah, I think Ben was probably a pretty cool guy to hang out with.
He would have done the podcast.
I'm sure he would have come on with us. But Ben is actually, he is credited with the quote about beer, that beer is living proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. I used to have that on a shirt.
Did you really?
Yeah, I have that quote, and then underneath it, Ben Franklin.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so he is credited with that quote. So even though he himself, I didn't find anything that said, Ben was much of a brewer himself, but he certainly was not opposed to beer.
Hell no.
He was an advocate for brewing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But then another one of the folks we talked about, even though you couldn't remember his first name, James Madison.
Mr. Madison.
Mr. Madison.
Dolly's husband.
The fourth president of the United States. He actually proposed a national brewery system.
Yeah.
like I guess it would have been like a government sponsored system of breweries across the nation to make sure everybody had enough beer.
This is my kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, and he also suggested the creation of a cabinet level position, the Secretary of Beer, who would promote the U.S. brewing industry and oversee the national brewery system.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I've been to his place too.
Okay.
And he... So
wait, where is James Madison?
It's heading down toward Charlottesville. It's on the way to Charlottesville, down Route 29 there.
Okay.
And if I recall correctly, he was more the pragmatist of our Declaration of Independence and our Constitution, because he was more the... they had the ideas, and he was the guy who was going to tell you how... He was the guy who was going to put it all together.
Yeah.
So he was really responsible for the nuts and bolts of everything.
He was the detail guy.
He was the detail guy, yeah, extremely, which is really kind of wild. And you can see it here. He's doing a national thing for beer. He's not just brewing beer at home.
Right.
He's going to make it a national thing. He's the guy that puts together and implements the thing that you want to do. He's the guy that does the things for the things.
Yeah. He's the guy that takes the idea and makes it happen.
Yeah, and he's the makes sure he tweaks it to get it so it's real, so it can be done, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I was really impressed with him and his his place is cool, and the history of him and how what factor he had in it and what role, and it's actually a very, very supremely important role, and it gets underplayed. He's kind of the one that people don't realize, because he was a behind the scenes guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't rattling cages and making speeches. He was
getting things done.
Getting shit done.
He was actually doing the job and getting things done.
He was actually doing the job. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. As opposed to just talking a lot.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, look, the other guys did too. I don't want to disparage them, but they were more the outward-facing, side of the revolution, where he was more the real nuts and bolts guy, which is pretty cool.
Well, actually, yes, it is.
I was impressed.
Cool.
I will say this. I had no idea. I didn't know.
Yeah. So. Well, that's cool. Yeah, we need more of these kinds of guys.
We do.
More of these kinds of guys involved. But anyway, so it's time for beer number 3.
Yay!
Beer number 3 of the day. Again, of course, from Dynasty, because we said we're doing Dynasty beers today, Dynasty Brewing beers.
Oh, here we go.
This is
looking at this can right here.
Mount Vernon Porter.
Virginia Porter.
Well, it's Mount Vernon, Virginia's Porter.
Virginia's Porter. Okay.
Like, not as in Virginia, some woman, Virginia like the state. But here we go. So.
Well, how do you know it's not about some woman?
I don't know. Just assuming. Maybe it may be a little above.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you go. I'm pouring that.
It's a double entendre.
I'm pouring that. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
Man, that's
look at the head on that.
Wow.
I like
you know me. I like porters. We just talked about that.
Color. Yeah.
We had this is almost black.
Black. Yeah, you can't. You can't see through that.
It. Creamy tan head. Man, that's a nice looking brew.
Yeah, it's a 5.8.
Good nose. Malty. Roasted malt. Oh, woof. That's more of a stout to me. Wow. That's heavily coffee.
Yep.
Heavy
coffee.
Heavy coffee and roasty.
Roasty coffee. Yeah. I mean, it's not too heavy. It's a 5.8 ABV.
Too.
Yeah.
A lot of hops in that. Oof.
Yeah. This is what I read about this is it's inspired by George Washington's love for porter, which we talked about.
Yeah.
And it really is, they describe it as roasty, malty, coffee, creamy, and refreshing. I don't know if I'd put this under refreshing.
I'd say refreshing, yeah.
Now, this is not something I would drink on a hot day. This is more
something... Here we are.
I mean, it's not too heavy, but this to me is something more like I would like to drink this sitting by the fire on a fall night.
Correct. Yeah.
Get a fire going in the fire pit and sit.
It's a big beer.
It is a big beer.
In terms of the flavor, it's got a lot going on.
Yeah, it does have a lot going on.
Personally, as a porter, I write it out of the porter category. It's more of a stout to me. almost a chicory stout. Almost, it's like got that kind of, a lot of stuff going on there. Whereas I like my porters to be a little more subdued. Like the ones we had over at the Birchmere.
The ones we had, the ones we had over at the Birchmere the other night, they were very smooth, very easy drinking. This is a little bit more.
This is a lot.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too.
I like it, but like I said, and I think our commentary on this maybe is being skewed a little bit by the fact that it's like 90 degrees, and
it's sort of.
And it's humid. But
I'm wary of porters that. I'm wary of beers that claim to be porters that taste more like a stout, and this one tastes more like a stout to me.
Okay.
So I get a little miffed by that. Do you see me? I'm miffed.
You're miffed. You look miffed.
Miffed.
It's a shame I don't have a banana here.
Yeah, it's a good thing you don't.
So
get ugly.
So on a scale of 1 to 5, where would you put that one?
I'm going with a 3.2 because I'm miffed.
You're miffed?
I'm miffed.
Okay, well...
I mean, look, it's not a bad beer, but you're calling it a porter.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Well, 908 reviews on Untapped, and I think the crowd goes a little higher than you. Average 3.86.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way higher.
Way higher, yeah. People tend to like that.
Idiot.
You're having a falling out with the masses
I
today.
am. I started strong.
Oh, yeah, you were right in on that wheat beer, right in the middle of the crowd.
I was perfect.
You were with the pack. Now you're diverging.
I am.
You're divergent.
I got my reasons. I do. I'm I'm a snob with porters. I really am.
You're a porter snob.
My benchmark for porters is
What?
Stegmeyer Porter.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Stegmeyer Porter? Stegmeyer Porter
Yeah.
was absolutely a perfect porter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can even get it anymore.
I don't even know.
Sniff, you listening? If you find some Stegmeyer Porter, man, we're gonna be deeply indebted. I don't think you can get it anymore.
I don't think you can get it anymore. I saw something recently. You know what? I don't want to say it because I saw something recently about a brewery that brewed its last batch of beer, and it might have been Stegmeyer.
Stegmeyer? I think wasn't that the Lion Brewery up in Wilkes-Barre?
No. This was I don't know. I'm gonna
that
back
was
away. I'm gonna back
that.
away from that comment because I can't remember.
Okay.
But
that porter they made was outstanding. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just a fantastic beer.
Yeah.
It was a porter's porter.
Yes.
And again, I like them where they're easier drinking, lighter, not real bitter, not real coffee. I don't like them real roasty.
Yeah, you're not a coffee fan.
Well, we're also getting back to the other beer I love, which is the dark Czech lager, right? The stuff we had in Vienna. You get that dark Czech lager. It's easy drinking. What's the matter? What are you're making a face. He's making a face, people.
I'm laughing because while we're sitting here recording this, I'm getting text messages from Nick, the beer guy.
Oh, Nick!
He's over at Wheatland Springs right now.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
You gotta tell him I said hi. We gotta get him on here again.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe we get him for Halloween and he does the beer tasting for Richie Pants.
Oh, maybe.
That's gonna be a big show.
All right. Well, I'll text it back when we're done with this.
Cool.
All right.
Nick.
So
sorry, I thought it was something I said.
No.
On my porter rant.
No, I'm watching text pop up as you're talking. I am paying attention to you.
Sure you are.
I'm very interested in what you have to say, really. Okay, moving on.
Asshole.
So a lot of these beers, though, they're going around, references back to Washington and stuff like that that we've been tasting today. But there are breweries that are trying to recreate some of the recipes, or they are recreating the recipes from some of these founding fathers that we just talked about. For example, George Washington's recipes. Talea, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Talea Beer Company, and the New York Public Library collaborated. The New York Public Library...
To make beer?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, apparently the New York Public Library is the owner and keeper of all of Washington's memoirs and notes and stuff. So they have his recipes, right?
Wow.
And so they worked with the Talea Beer Company that's based out in New York.
Yeah.
To celebrate this 250th anniversary of the U.S. here on the 4th of July, they used one of Washington's recipes to create a beer using water, yeast, hops, bran, and molasses.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
And I guess some of the tasting notes describe it as incredibly sweet beer.
I guess if you're putting molasses in. I wonder how the yeast breaks down the sugars in molasses. I wonder if they don't break it down as well as they do the sugars and the malted sugars. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but
I don't know.
I saw that a lot of what Washington did, he used molasses.
Yeah, I did see that too. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, he used a lot of molasses.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty.
It was
available.
It was available,
Right.
and it's it provides a sugar base
Yeah,
that,
right,
that will ferment, that the yeast will eat.
Yep.
And then another brewery up in Philly that's working on one of Washington's recipes, Yards Brewing Company.
Yards.
Yeah, Yards.
They're good. I know Yards.
Yeah, well, they're offering something called General Washington's Tavern Porter to honor Washington's fondness for rich porters.
Okay.
Okay, and they are also brewing with molasses.
I'm revising this porter. The more I drink it, it's smoothing out.
It's smoothing out a little bit. It just had to be out of the can for a little bit.
I'm going to hit a 3.6 now. I'm moving up to a.
You're moving.
And not because of the pressure, just because the more I indulge in this,
you'd like to revisit your answer.
It's almost like it's steamrolling my taste buds a little and getting them to chill out.
You jumped it from a 3.2 to a 3.6.
Yeah, I'm starting to like it now.
All right. Well, here, maybe by the end of the episode, you can get it up to catch up with the rest of the crowd.
I don't think I'll get up to 3.8 just out of principle.
Okay.
But it is smoothing out a little bit the more I drink it. So.
Yeah, but the Yards Company is
cool.
they're brewing with molasses because again that was a big thing for Washington.
Yeah.
And
Get it? Yeah.
Yards also I saw did a golden ale based on a Jefferson recipe, Thomas
cool.
Jefferson's recipes.
That's cool.
But there are others doing beers based on Thomas Jefferson's recipes. Star Hill Brewery near Charlottesville.
Right.
Okay, they developed
Crozet.
Crozet.
Yeah.
They developed Monticello Reserve Ale. It's the official beer of the Monticello estate.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I gotta taste that.
I was going to say you've been there.
We were just there too. We just saw a play. We were at Star Hill for lunch. Remember?
Oh, that's right. We were
at the Star Hill in
Tyson's Corner. Yeah, right. That's right. We were here at the. We were at the Star Hill in Tyson's Corner.
I didn't see that. Well, I wasn't looking for that.
I don't know if they serve it anywhere other than Monticello at the actual
you're right.
estate.
Yeah,
because it's the official beer of the estate.
Yeah, of the estate. Okay,
yeah.
That's cool. We got to get down there and try that.
Yeah, we do. But that beer, they followed Jefferson's brewing logs, his recipes, and most of his recipes avoid barley because it was scarce in Virginia at the time.
Oh, how funny!
So that beer is brewed with wheat, corn, and then they use native organic hops that are native to Virginia.
Yeah.
So that's one of them, and then Avery Brewing Company out in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
Recreated a Jefferson recipe from 1822 for persimmon beer.
Wow, persimmon. That's something I've never had.
Yeah, I had to think about that and dive a little deeper into it because how do you even do that? Persimmon is not a grain. Persimmon's it's a fruit.
Right.
Yeah. So when I first read that, I was like, wait a minute. That would be if you're fermenting a fruit, that's wine.
Yeah.
Right. But looking at it a little bit more, what they did was they replicated a process that Jefferson used, where they bake persimmon bread, and then I guess they crumble it up. And that becomes 15% of the grain.
Wow.
Of the total, the grain that they put in to make the beer.
Yeah.
15% of it is filled with this persimmon bread.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then they hop it with a variety of English hops, and they ferment it entirely in oak barrels.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a wild sounding beer.
Yeah, so there's an example out
that could go horribly wrong.
That could go horribly wrong. But there's examples in Virginia, in Colorado, in New York, and in Philly where there's different breweries that are, making beers or trying to make at least batches of beers based on recipes from the founding fathers back in the 1700s, 1800s.
Why not?
Early 1800s. Yeah,
it's historical beer. Why not? That's cool.
That's pretty good. The
Crow is telling us we got to wrap it up here.
Yeah, I think it's about time to wrap it up because we got places to go this afternoon.
We do. Yeah.
So we got to go.
Going to head Lost Rhino for their 15th anniversary, and before we go though, I just want to talk about my founding father. My dad, Jerry Brunst Sr., who passed away on May 30th.
Yep.
Complications from a heart attack, and just want to shout out to him.
Shout
up
out,
in heaven,
shout out to
because,
Jerry Sr.
He's left the building, and then he was a great dad and quite a character. But he got a lot of great notes from people, particularly some notes from different friends of ours who knew my dad quite well, and it was really, really pretty great to hear.
Yeah, no,
We'll miss him.
I mean, if you've listened to this podcast before, you know that Jerry and I have known each other since we were 5 years old, back in kindergarten in 1969. Yep. And so I've known Jerry's family for a long time.
Damn right.
And
your dad and my dad got along
really well. They used to go to football games, drive to football games together when we were in high school to watch us play and stuff.
And they sat in the stands together.
They would sit in the stands together and yell and carry on.
It was really pretty cool. So.
Yeah. So cheers and shout out to Jerry Sr. Cheers.
Cheers, my dad. Cheers, Jerry.
All right.
His nickname was Pap to all the grandkids. Pap.
That's cool.
Yeah, it actually became a verb. If you overindulged in something, you papped it. So it was pretty. He's again quite a character, but
leaving his mark.
Yep. All right.
Let's get out of here. If you like us, share us, like us, send us feedback.